Good morning. It's Chef Regina from Natchez, Mississippi. I'm cooking school today in Natchez. Hope everybody's good. So it's 11 o'clock Central Time on a Wednesday. I try to keep a schedule. It's not always easy, but anyway, the nice thing about Facebook Live, it stays on and you can look at it if you miss it. So today we're going to make a chicken pasta, one of my favorites, but let's talk about, before we started, one of the things I thought I was going to do today, and then I ended up saying, well, I'll do that and I'll make the pasta. But let's talk about enhancements. That's something that I use, that I keep in my kitchen, that can take something as simple as a chicken and mushroom pasta and make it better. So common enhancements that I always keep on hand, that I use a lot. I think we probably talked about Dijon mustard and lemon for vinaigrettes, but Dijon mustard and lemons are fantastic for roast chicken. They also are good. I do this roast with chicken thighs and Italian sausage and lemons and bulbs of garlic. That's another thing. But anyway, these are enhancements that really help a vinaigrette. They help a chicken. It's that little extra something. The other thing, something that's not used all that much, are shallots. And I love shallots with mushrooms. It's the key to a decent salad dressing. So shallots are good. And they're going in our pasta dish today. And the other thing is porcini powder. I always keep this on hand. I keep porcini cubes. It goes in my white bolognese. Anything mushroom, I put a little of this in it, and it enhances the mushroom flavor. So this is an enhancement. The other thing, bacon. Bacon is something that can always elevate a dish. That smoke salt that you get from bacon, it's so good. So I always keep like smoked pork belly on, in hand, and bacon. So today, and another thing, all right, so we're going to use the bacon in our dish. We're going to use the shallots, the porcini, we're doing mushrooms. But the other thing is a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. I tell you, Costco has the best rotisserie chickens. They do them for $5, but they're just moist. They probably pump them up with saline, but whatever, they're delicious. And it's still better than these skinless, boneless chicken breasts that are full of antibiotics and they're pumped up and, no taste, I think. So anytime you can get a chicken that's cooked on the bone, it's going to be that much better. So get a rotisserie chicken. They have them at a lot of grocery stores. So I have diced that. So what I've done, let me turn this on. The problem with turning this on, the sound gets a little noisy from the fan. So bear with me. So anyway, what I've already done is I cooked my bacon down. So I had a cup of raw bacon, and I cooked it until it was crisp. I added the shallot, and I'm going to turn this up. And then what I did, just for the sake of time today, I pre-sauteed the mushrooms to add, but I would typically saute those in with after I do the shallots and the bacon. And I'll toss those and get that flavor. And so then I'm going to get this going, get it good and hot. And I'm going to add some cream. So I have basically 2 cups of cream here. Let's see what we get if we do about a cup of cream. And you're going to, with this quantity, by the way, I had 3 cups of after the mushrooms were sauteed. So that's about a pound of mushrooms. So we're going to let this reduce. I don't know if you can see the cream in there. I should have held it up earlier to show you the shallots and the bacon. We're going to let this reduce. We're going to add a little of the porcini powder. So probably about, let's say, 2 teaspoons. And I haven't salted anything because the porcini powder and the bacon they both have salt. So we're gonna stir that in. Then we're gonna let this reduce. So the thing is that really makes this good, so again, the shallots, first I do the bacon, get the fat going, throw in the shallots that I slice thin, cook those all the way down, then throw in the mushrooms, saute those, add the cream and porcini powder. I'll post this recipe on my site too. And then I ended up using a pint of heavy cream. And again, you want that to reduce a little bit before you add your chicken. And then I have 3 cups of diced chicken that was rotisserie chicken that I'll put in. And it's just a great pasta. You get that smoky taste from the bacon, and the mushrooms really come through, and the chicken is nice and moist. And again, the chicken's been cooked on the bone, so you're going to have a better product to work with. But, I always say I'm a chef, I'm not a martyr. And if I can get a rotisserie chicken and make a couple of meals out of it, that's great. Everybody's busy. We have a lot to do. So, this is starting to bubble, which I want, because I want my cream to reduce by at least 1/3 to get that rich sauce. The beauty of heavy cream is not the calories, of course, but that it really reduces down into a nice creamy sauce, and you don't have to add flour. So this is basically, except for the pasta, totally, gluten-free. So you could put it over some brown rice or something if you have a gluten issue, but nothing better to me than pasta. So let this reduce. It's bubbling nice. Anyway, so there are a lot of things you can do with this, but it's good to have these ingredients on hand. Another thing I'll talk about next week is to have a powdered demi-glace that you can enhance when you're making a chuck roast, or something with gravy, or even beef bourguignon, or even coq au vin, something where you need a little more depth. That's also a great enhancement to have. We use them in restaurants all the time, and it's just a good thing to have on hand. The other thing is, I talk about enhancements, and then there's things that I think are always good to have on hand, like staples, and eggs, dried pasta, for sure, heavy cream. What else? I think, if you have eggs, I always have good pecorino cheese, because, I talked about lemons. You can make pasta limone, which is fantastic, which is just garlic, lemon, good pasta, and the pasta water, and good pecorino cheese. The same with cacio e pepe. It's all about the cheese and slow cooking and using the starch from the water. There's so many great Italian dishes that are so quick and easy, and you don't have to have a lot of ingredients. So those, okay, this is kind of reducing down. I'm going to add the chicken, because you want to get the chicken to absorb the nice flavor from the bacon and the mushrooms. See how nice that is. This is really a quick, easy dish, and people love pasta carbonara because of the bacon, that taste. And so this mushrooms are not always a favorite of young children, but you can teach them. But you could do this and throw in a few green peas for color if you wanted. But I think this is good. And then we've got some pasta here. I like the, I did this nice, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a little, what is this called? Can't remember. But, the little spindle type pasta. And rigatoni is good, just about any of them. So I would just heat this and toss the pasta right before serving, but I wouldn't do it before. And so I think I'm gonna get a little tasting spoon. I guess I don't have one here. I keep them all the time until I need it. Let's do this. Let me see if it needs a little more of the porcini powder. No, it's really good. The one thing I didn't add that I was going to, because I see it sitting here, is a little bit of garlic. So, and I love this Gourmet Garden pureed garlic. It's always, it's good, it's mild. I don't like the diced garlic that they have in the grocery store that's in water or oil. It just tastes old to me. If you can't take the time to roast fresh garlic, this is great. And stir that in. And I think I will put just a touch more of the porcini powder. To get a little more of that good mushroom taste. All right, so this is great. And then I have some good pecorino cheese that I have grated. That's going to add a nice flavor. I pretty much do this at the end when you're ready to serve it and after you've tossed in the pasta, but we'll add a little for flavor. And, good Italian cheese makes the dish even better, so it's worth the splurge. It also, this nice on the microplane, it disintegrates quickly and you don't have big chunks of cheese and it's not stringy. So it works into the dish. So this is all done. Anyway, I'll show y'all that. Can you see? The sauce, wish you were here to taste it. So Doug, if you're watching, my husband, you can come have lunch because I don't have any other plans for lunch. Or Bo, if you're watching, if you want a dish, let me know. Anyway, love y'all, and I will see you next Wednesday. And I hope everybody has a great week. And we are out in the street.